What is going on, everyone? Give It Thought back here today with another No Man's Sky news update. Yeah, that's 2 in a row. And guess what happened? No Man's Sky's trophy list got released. So of course this is going to give us some insight into what's to come from No Man's Sky. And the list, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, is a science fiction fan's dream. It seems like every single one has a reference to some great work of sci-fi, and it couldn't make me more happy. I'll leave a link in the description that will take you to the list that shows every single trophy, but I wanted to go over a few in this video, the ones that caught my eye. The first one that jumped right out at me is called The Stars Like Dust. This is also the name of a 1951 science fiction novel by Isaac Asimov. He's famous for establishing the 3 rules of robotics, which led to arguably his most famous work, I, Robot, you know, that Will Smith movie. The book is actually a part of a series, and its story revolves around a tyrannical alien civilization called the Tyranny, or Tyranni. Tyranni, I wonder where he got that name from. Anyways, a quick fun fact, the Tyrannoids from Ratchet & Clank 3 are also based on this alien civilization. But you get this trophy from attaining the Trailblazer status in space exploration, which makes a lot of sense because the Tyranni in that novel come from far away to conquer humans, so it all fits. The next one that I couldn't help but notice is called Babel 17. This one is a little lesser known, but it is another science fiction novel reference. In the novel of the same name, a weaponized language is developed. It enhances people's abilities and trains them to become superhumans, kind of. The novel's main theme is basically how language is far more powerful than any weapon, which is pretty spot on in my opinion. But I also wonder how this will play into No Man's Sky. What I mean is, if thematically some of these trophies might represent something about the game. I wonder how much diplomacy will be used in this game. In other words, I wonder if you will talk with other alien civilizations. We haven't really seen that in these previews, but I assume it is possible in some way. Although there would have to be some workaround for the different languages. But anyways, on to the next trophy. The next one I want to look at is called Galapagos, and most of you probably recognize that name. It is also the name of the set of islands that Charles Darwin used to help him develop his evolutionary theory. And the reason this one excites me just a little bit is that I hope that the animals show some kind of evolutionary advantage over others in different parts of their planets. I know they're procedurally generated, so we probably won't see this, but how cool would it be for, say, some bird creature that lived on the mountain to have shorter beaks that are better suited for crunching nuts, and then ones on the bottom near the water would have longer ones that work better for fishing out, well, fish. It would be a cool element that would add to the realism of the game, I think. But it is something that is a little bit irresponsible on the speculation on my part. But for whatever reason, this game makes my mind run wild. But moving on, the next trophy that I noticed is called the Forever War. This is another reference to a novel of the same name that deals with a pretty heavy thematic element. A war is fought between humans and an alien race named the Taurons, and by the end of the story, the war is being fought by clones. And a little bit further, you find out that the war is completely meaningless and started on a basis of misunderstanding. Now, there is a really deep thematic mine to be explored there, and I really hope No Man's Sky doesn't let us down. Maybe you find a band of warring pirates with 2 different sides that don't really know why they're fighting in the first place. That would be a really cool storyline to explore. It sounds kind of Fallout-y, but I think No Man's Sky could do it justice. But I'll end my speculation on that topic there. And the final trophy I would like to examine is called A Stranger in a Strange Land. Here we have another science fiction novel reference. And this one is about a person being raised on Mars but then coming to Earth years later to finally see fellow humans. Think Jungle Book, except being raised on Mars instead of in the jungle. The book was actually one of my favorites when I was growing up, so this one kind of hits a nostalgia point for me. And as I said of the other books, the thematic elements here hold so much potential for exploration. I would love something to the point of encountering an alien civilization where they have just one member of their society that is of a completely different race, and you have to take him home, and then you get to see that play out for that alien. It would be really cool, but I don't think that we'll see something like that. And of course, there are many more trophies. As I said in the beginning of the video, there's a link in the description if you want to go see the rest of them. But I think I'm going to have to end my information there. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I've been getting a pretty good stream of new subscribers lately, and I really thank you all for doing that. It really means a lot to me. Also, if you want more No Man's Sky content, why not check out my video yesterday that goes over No Man's Sky's first update. It's really cool. Sean Murray tweeted out yesterday, or the day before, that the new update will bring new content and features to the game. So click that video annotation to check that one out. Alright everyone, that's about it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.